Hey everybody, Applicable Dave here. Welcome to my channel. It's been a long time, but we're back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about my takeaway from Phoenix Fan Fusion 2023. Sorry about my mess in the background. I'm actually in the process of doing a lot of unboxings for anime figures. I have a whole stack right there, obviously, as you can see, and I also have a whole stack right here that's waiting to be unboxed, so stay tuned for that. But as you may know, I've been going to cons for several years now. Since I moved to Tucson, I've been going to Tucson Comic Con and Phoenix Fan Fusion. So today we're going to be talking about Phoenix Fan Fusion and my experiences this time around. The cool thing about this year is that we didn't have to wait very long for our badges. I had it shipped instead of having to wait in line, because last year we had to wait in line about an hour. It depends on how long the lines were, but pretty much you wait in line for about an hour or so, you grab your badges, only to walk in a couple feet, have to wait in another line to get your bags checked, your cosplay piece bonded, all of that. And I didn't want to have to deal with that, so I figured why not pay the $15 to shave off an hour or so of wait time and being in line. And so that was good. I highly recommend doing that if you are planning on going to Phoenix Fan Fusion, especially if it's going to be like a weekend pass. The more days you are planning on spending at the con, the more worth it the $15 will be to not have to wait in line. The hype for this con was crazy for me, because I wanted to go and I was excited, but then like as they kept dropping new announcements for the people that were gonna show up, just got me really excited. First it was the Harry Potter twins. I was excited to see them, but then when I saw that Stephen Amell was gonna show up, Katie Sackhoff was gonna show up, the Flash was gonna show up, and then ultimately Jeremy Renner, I was like totally excited. I was able to meet Jeremy Renner, I was able to meet the Flash, Gustin, and also Stephen Amell as Arrow. It feels so good being able to finally meet the Arrow and the Flash, so that was pretty cool. What I didn't expect is my experience with Ashley Eckstein, because don't get me wrong, I was really excited to meet her. I was excited to meet Matt, Anakin, and James as Obi-Wan. I got a chance to meet Obi-Wan briefly, but Ashley Eckstein, I got her signature. It was amazing. It was wonderful. She was like one of the nicest persons I've ever met. She took her time. She made it a point to know my name and Michelle's name, and we were just talking. I was able to take my time and tell her how I felt about Ahsoka and my reactions with a panel that she did the previous day, and it was just unbelievable with my experience with her. It was magical. I loved it. It was top-notch, great experience. I got this bag ready to go with some Funkos. I have a chase of Bo-Katan, Hot Topic exclusive, Ahsoka, all these Funkos ready to go. And what did I do? I left the whole thing. I left the whole bag, and I was so disappointed. I didn't want to carry my Funkos around all day, so I left it in the trunk. So I decided, hey, let's go back to the car, grab the Funkos. As soon as we got there, it dawned on me, I didn't bring them. I was so mad at myself. I was like, I had the three, you know how the Funkos have the numbers on it? So I had 270 for Obi-Wan, 271 for Anakin, and 272 for Ahsoka. And granted, I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway since Matt wasn't able to attend, but still, I had all three ready to go for them to be signed, and I would forget them. Can you believe that? I was so disappointed in myself. I ended up having to cave and bought a $20 Funko of Ahsoka that I already have. So I have like multiple copies of it now that I had Ashley sign. But she signed that. I loved it. As she was talking, she was just slowly like putting her signature on it. So much fun being able to meet her. But anywho, that was my experience getting my Funko signed. Unfortunately, I do have some bad experiences with this year's Phoenix Fan Fusion regarding the people who are in charge of the security or the bag check-in stuff, where they check your stuff, what you can and can't bring inside the con. Friday, I brought my camera, as I usually do when I go to Phoenix Fan Fusion and other cons. I do photo shoots I meet up with cosplayers and do it as a profession, and something that I like to do on the side. Being able to do photo shoots helps my photography part of my social media and my side projects there. Friday, I did bring my Canon SLR with my attached 50mm lens. I walked in fine, no problem. They checked my bags, I checked my girlfriend's bags, nothing. Saturday I came in, they said that I wasn't allowed to have that camera or anything that has like a detachable lens. I spoke to the manager of whoever's in charge there with security, or people, I don't know what they're called, but they're the people in the blue shirts that have their little stick and they check your bags and everything. Let's just call them TSA, because you know, same thing with going to the airport, there's people who check your bags. So they were checking it Saturday and they said I was not allowed to bring that in, and I questioned that, and I spoke to the manager, and they said that they just were informed and there was like miscommunication, or it wasn't properly explained by management. So I was like, okay, well, who can I speak to? And they said that I'd have to go around the building and go through another entrance. They said that what they can probably do, they can probably check my camera in, and there's going to be like a $20 check-in fee, which ridiculous. I'm not going to pay $20 just so I can check in my camera, which I was able to bring the day before and years prior, but apparently we're not able to now. So I decided to just waste my time going back to the car and putting my lens, putting my camera, and having to change my plans for the weekend because I'm no longer able to bring my camera in. The dude asked me if I was able to solve that, and I said no, and I just kept walking because not his fault, he was doing his job. It was just really irritating that I had to go through that. Number one, I wasted time doing that. Number two, they didn't offer any solution that wouldn't be a detriment to time or money. And number three, I was able to do that prior to that day, but all of a sudden I'm not able to, which again, I understand they weren't informed correctly. I was like, whatever. And I emailed the event manager. I forget her name or what her title is. I think it's Eva. But she, all in all, basically said I was lucky to have been able to bring my camera in the past, and slip-ups happen. And I replied, being frustrated, that I guess 2-3 years in a row of slip-ups, you know, and now I'm not able to do that. And she reiterated that that's the rules. I don't understand the rules. It's not black and white from what I saw. There's like gray areas. And then that day, walking around, I did see a lot of people without media passes, just regular people. It just bothered me more, the fact that there was more and more people that I saw that had cameras who didn't have any sort of pass or anything. And so, you know, I got over it. I had fun, did some stuff, but it still bothered me in the back of my mind, with no solution whatsoever from the manager. I was like, whatever, I'm just I want to get this weekend over with. I'm gonna still have fun. I get to see Steve and Amell the next day. So Sunday, I was ready for it. I didn't have my camera, I didn't have my lens, I didn't have water in my my water container and everything like that. I put my bag, I had two bags. I had a small bag and a bigger bag. They did the one thing, which was fine, and I turned around. They haven't even looked at my stuff yet. That dude that wanted me down said, aren't you gonna grab your things? I'm like, I'm waiting for them to check my bags. And the person that was supposed to look at my bags was talking to somebody else the whole time. She had her wand or her stick in my bag, but the whole time she was talking to somebody else, like another one of her co-workers. She didn't look at my bag at all. Hey guys, day 3. We just got through the bag check and everything. The lady didn't even check my bag. She didn't even check her bag. And they did the one thing, but they didn't even check my bags or anything like that. Yesterday was a problem, but today they don't even care. My girlfriend, she had like those mini bags. They didn't look at it at all. They didn't open it or anything. And that just made me even more angry because Saturday they were so adamant about me not bringing my camera, and the rules are the rules. But then Sunday, they weren't even checking my stuff. The reason why I didn't pick up my stuff because I was waiting for them to inspect my bag, but they weren't even inspecting my bag. So I just grabbed my stuff, and it just really irritated me. And I was like, this is. I had such great experiences in past Phoenix Fan Fusion, and it's not even the fact that I'm not able to bring my camera in. It's the fact that there's rules, and they enforced rules on me, but then at the same time they dropped the ball on so many different areas. Other people get to bring their cameras in. They don't check my bags every single day. That just turned me off with Phoenix Fan Fusion. Am I saying I'm never going to come back to Phoenix Fan Fusion? No. I'm sure there's going to be another time where there's going to be celebrities that I definitely want to meet and experience being able to get their photo and get their autograph. And I'm not going to let Phoenix Fan Fusion's inadequacy to follow the rules and be consistent about their rules deter me from having those experiences. Am I gonna like it? No, but I am gonna probably go, especially if Michelle is gonna want to go. I'm not gonna rob her of those experiences. With that being said, there are other cons that I can go to that'll allow me my camera to do photo shoots and whatnot. There's Tucson Comic Con, which is here in town, and there's also Sabo that's coming up in September, I think. And not to mention, there's also cons that I used to always go to in California. There's SAC Anime in January that I'm going to, and there's also Fanime that just happened, so there's always next year for that. And not to mention, there's San Diego Comic Con that I'm going to next month. So plenty of opportunities. Am I gonna let this bother me? No, but it's a lesson learned that just because you're the biggest convention here in Arizona doesn't mean your management and how you operate things are going to be the best. No, I had a bad experience, but it is what it is. I'm still going to enjoy my cons. I'm still going to do my videos. I'm still going to do photo shoots. If it's not going to be at Phoenix Fan Fusions, then so be it. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this helped you. This wasn't a bashing of Phoenix Fan Fusion. This was basically my take on Phoenix Fan Fusion. I've always had a good experience there. It's just this year was really bad as far as that goes. I'm going to be continuing to do more videos with different cons. I'm hoping to do more tutorials and like what to bring and just different things like that. And I'm going to be working on my vlogs of Phoenix Fan Fusion on my other channel, A Day Vogel Vlogs, on YouTube. So thank you so much again for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and I really wish you guys the best when it comes to going to conventions and having a great time, and most importantly being safe. Thank you again. I'll catch you guys at the next video. Bye.